How is it 32 degrees Celsius when it's raining so loudly like this? Gosh, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the rain. There's nothing I can do when Mother Nature decides to fuck with me. Or you. Or anyone for that matter. She just does as she pleases. And we're not really all that good at doing anything against her. Anyway, hello. You know what I'd rather be doing right now? Playing Genshin Impact. But oh, look at that. Look at the title and the thumbnail of this video. That's right. This is the 100th part of Genshin Impact. And I guess I can make this a late celebration of me having 100 subs. I'm still at 100 subs, right? I'm gonna do something I think I'm never gonna have that much of a chance to ever actually do with this game, this god-forsaken gacha hell game. And that is to just sit down, talk, and discuss the game itself. Talk about it and review. This video is basically finished uploading. Hold on. So what I'm gonna be doing is talk, obviously, review like I do with the end of most of my Let's Plays. But I'm also gonna draw because why not, right? What a celebration! I wish I could have come up with something better, but this was the best I could think of. I'm gonna draw my favorite character so far, and that is the Maid of the Favonius Noel, Vermilion. Shoutouts to the people who understood the reference. Alright, thank God I am still in 100. Alright, so let me boot up my drawing software, but before that I would like to listen to the game's OST. If I search OST, what'll pop up? I would like to listen to the Botel music. Oh, look at this playlist. Is this actually the entire OST? That's pretty whack. Hell yeah. Look at Ether watching over before he inevitably releases his army as a prince of evil. This'll do, I guess. I guess the first thing I can reasonably talk about, let me open up the wiki about the game since I started listening to it. The music, the game's music. Let me actually lower the volume a little bit. I mean, Genshin Impact's music is already pretty quiet, but since I'm not gonna be able to edit the audio and I'm not gonna be editing this video, I might turn it into I might upload a separate speed paint version. But yeah. Alright. Let me just say first and foremost, despite all the bullshit I've given this game and the equal, if not more amounts of bullshit the game known as Genshin Impact has given me, I would like to start off with my thoughts by saying that I actually absolutely pretty much love Genshin Impact as a game. From the very first part, from the very first time I tried playing it on my old ass computer, I had a blast. Well, that's actually sort of a lie. You can see I was pretty skeptical of the game when I was starting out. But after these past 100 parts, I can say with certainty that I like the game and will probably continue to like it. I wish there was a way I could start over from the beginning so I could give a better critique, but gacha games don't work like that. That's the gacha culture. Things just keep getting added, and you don't keep up, you fuck. Anyway, what am I doing? Where am I? Holy shit, what the fuck? Characters. Playable characters. Okay then. Using my pen tablet for navigating websites. Not the greatest experience. Here we go. I need goddamn references. I was actually debating whether or not I should make pixel art instead, because it's been a while since I've done that. And I kinda miss doing pixel art, but like pixel art, it's a lot longer to make and harder. I don't have a dedicated speed art style for pixel art yet. As if you've seen any of my previous pixel arts, you'll know that every single pixel I place is usually very determinate. That's the freaking word for it. Somewhere along those lines. Like every pixel counts. I can't do it like what's his called, the creator of Witch's Heart, that RPG Maker game, where it looks like most of his art are very speedily with those incredible lines. Anyway, so I'm using Manga Studio. I'm gonna settle for just a face image that's fast to draw, and I doubt I can keep up a conversation about the game for longer than 30 minutes anyway. And this should hopefully be 30 minutes. Alright, everything seems to be working fine. Shit, my throat feels very dry, and I am in need of water. Media? Where's a gallery of her? I would like a gallery. There we go, artwork. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm not even gonna pause the video since it's pretty much a part of the Genshin Impact Let's Play series. Tradition now for me to do this kind of shit. And this time no Toru to keep you company. wow, holy shit, holy fuck, I am all over the place right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I decided I'd grab juice instead. Alright, so let's talk about what I'm listening right now, and I guess what you're also listening to right now as well. And that is Genshin Impact's OST. What is there to say about it? Except for the fact that it's fucking great. One thing I'm gonna be doing throughout this entire video is comparing this game to the one only other. I have very little experience with gacha games and even less experience with, I guess this image will do, open world games. The only open air games I've ever played is Minecraft and of course Breath of the Wild, and I guess you can add Genshin Impact to that now as well, to that list. And speaking of comparisons, and Minecraft as well as Breath of the Wild, I guess that could be the next subject I can talk about. The similarities of Genshin Impact and Breath of the Wild. When Breath of the Wild came out, it was very influential. It was very good. I can vouch for that. I played the game, I loved the game, I still do. I still somewhat try to play it and do some challenges to spice things up. Amazing game, man. 10 out of 10, or 9 out of 10. Nothing is perfect. The 10 exists to never be put, in my opinion. Also, another opinion of mine is that review scores suck, so and no one should use them. What a hypocrite I am. That's a 7.8 out of 10 too much water moment right there, folks. Alright, I guess I can just do a trace in. Who gives a fuck? So the only real reason I'm using Manga Studio, despite Photoshop being pretty good as a drawing program, digital art program, I still gotta learn how to use this. Why the hell can't I just freaking edit the moment I'm fucking Come on, let me make it larger. Oh my god. Anyway, this thing, the pixel art program I use is paint.net, but I also use another one, which I sometimes use when I'm making animated pixel art or slightly more elaborate pixel arts. I believe it's called Sprite. Do I have it with me right now in this place, in this computer? If not, why, then that fucking sucks. I don't. That fucking sucks. Hey, it's the menu theme. Stay in Azuma soundtrack in here. You should listen to that. Why not, right? It's the latest shit. And as of me recording this video, 2.1 is coming out real soon. "147 tracks in total is kind of considering Breath of the Wild had an even bigger soundtrack. It's surprisingly small. Learning how many tracks a game actually has is always very surprising to me. What sounded like a very barren game has like a real turning out to have like a huge fuck ton of songs, and vice versa. Oh, is this? No, this is still lower. Dun, 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 dun. If I actually listened to the entire and knew their the name of the songs, I basically memorized the entire soundtrack. Aw, god damn it. They only have all the way up to Lewis so far. Alright, what's the name of the battle music? That'd be nice. I want to listen to something pretty high octane right now. Or maybe even the Lewis City theme. This was supposed to be a drawing video, not a remix. Fucking listens to music video and tries to find songs. Fuck. Look for something that's like really, really long. Because those battle themes are very, very long. Or not. Oh, here's Liwa. Oh, I found it. God damn it, it's the very first thing. Whoops. I promise I'm not... Okay, so how do I... Here we go. Fuck. Why? Why is it like this? Anyway, so Breath of the Wild is a very influential open world game when it came out. If you look at any games made after Breath of the Wild's release, you can definitely see the ripple effects, the inspirations, this sort of change to open air design Breath of the Wild did. One of the many, while we're still on the subject of soundtrack, is the soundtrack of open world games. Back then, apparently, again, I'm not speaking from experience here, there didn't used to be music for different areas of the world. You can see it with Minecraft too, but like, guess what? After Breath of the Wild release, guess what update in Minecraft came out? The Nether update. And you know what that did? Introduce different types of music depending on the area you're in. Actually, I guess it's more like the dimensions, which are way too broad, but yeah, so like depending on where you are in Breath of the Wild, like if you're in the mountains, music for mountains plays. If you're in a city, every city has its own theme. Yeah, back then that wasn't a thing, but after Breath of the Wild, that's a thing open air developers try to do with their games now. And Genshin Impact does it too, like depending on where you are, like Liwa and Mondstadt has their own battle theme and their own city theme as well, and they even do the same thing Breath of the Wild does, where it's different based on whether you're playing in day or night. Let me get the rough sketch up. yeah, Breath of the Wild, very influential. Comparing it is fine. Being uncivilized and claiming superiority and originality and shit. That shit doesn't matter, and frankly, you're a scum if you do shit like that. That's super petty. I could try going more. I could try going on and on about it, but I shouldn't. Another open world game I see getting compared a lot, and I'm gonna say this now: Minecraft and Terraria. Sometimes even Minecraft and Roblox. I think I already said this in a previous Genshin Impact video, but I'm gonna say it right now since this video is supposed to be my thoughts and opinions on the game. I really love the idea. I wish I could do that, but it's been a while since I last programmed since I made a game anyway. I've mostly just been drawing and writing stories, and the only game design I've been doing is for RPGs with Journal, which currently is very sick, so we haven't been able to play. So that's why this week and last week didn't have any new videos for Densetsu no Monogatari. Sorry about that. So, yeah, they're in the same genre, so, like, yeah, of course they'd be the same. Like, and they're not at all the same when you really, when you know either one of both of the games. You can see there are a lot of differences. Like, look at same games from the same series. Take for example, what's like another popular game? Pokemon and the Mario series. Like, yeah, no shit, fucking Mario 1 and Mario 3 are the same. They're from the same franchise and they're of the same fucking genre of platformers, and so is Pokemon. It's an RPG. And yeah, there are still some differences. Like, for example, Mario 3 has like new gameplay mechanics such as other power-ups and the world, the menu. Mario 1 didn't have that before. Whereas Mario 3 innovated by creating that. And Genshin Impact is a hybrid of a gacha and an open world. As far as I'm aware, this is the first of its kind. So it's very original in that sense. And in terms of similarities in Breath of the Wild, like after just even just right after playing after the recording of part 1, I immediately recognized so many differences it had with Breath of the Wild and shit, what am I doing? This isn't a rough sketch anymore. Fuck, I forgot how to draw, guys. This is fucking embarrassing. And I'm fucking doing a trace type art. My god. Let me try this again. I'm gonna just go for reference materials instead. I think that'll be healthier. I didn't know the song lasted this long. This is really good. It doesn't display while I'm playing the game normally. Explain this, Hoyo. Alright. I need more references. More angles. Where are the other official artworks? Terraria is similar to Minecraft in the sense that they share the same genre of being an open-air game, but other than that, like firstly, like Terraria is 2D and Minecraft's 3D. It's like with Digimon and Pokemon. Terraria and Minecraft both have similar sounding names and similar looking art styles. Digimon and Pokemon are the same concept and they both have Mon in their names. Petty children's schoolyard arguments. That's what I say. So I'm gonna stop talking about it. Maybe. Hey, Chibi. I remember this law. Brick. Ah, nice. A picture of her back. That's important. Very important. And Roblox isn't even an open-air game, but it is still a sandbox, which Minecraft most definitely is, as Minecraft is both a sandbox and open world game. Or the other ones I downloaded. That's where I downloaded a little more. Oh, here we go. This is really hard. I suck at using this. Now what the hell are these buttons? Snap to ruler, snap to special ruler, snap to grid. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know how to use those though. I'm gonna avoid those for now. Alright, we only really, since I'm only drawing the face. Ah, fucking, it's just going to be a sketch. I'm not even gonna bother coloring it or doing any beta coloring of black and white shading. It's literally just gonna be a sketch. Fuck, why am I so incompetent? Alright. That's like a cool pose that can signify what I like and capture Noel's personality. Why am I doing this? Alright, I need to wash off Zesto off my fucking throat now. Be right back again. Alright. Shit. Let me close the door. Now that I've addressed the proverbial elephant in the room, I can finally move on. There are many other subjects to talk about regarding any video game. Obviously, I talked about the music. Now I can also talk about the gameplay and its various mechanics, as well as the story. Those are audio, graphics, gameplay, and story. Those are like the main things of any. Okay, where's the Mondstadt battle music instead? I would like to listen to that. Who the hell is Andreas? Oh, the wolf guy. Oops. Charge. Fearless. This is another boss theme, isn't it? Fearless warriors against all odds. Control motion of wind. Riders of the wind onward. Yikes, man, the OST's super big. 100 is a lot. You know? Back to the topic of music because I suck and I'm all over the place. It's very well done. It follows in the steps of Breath of the Wild. Once again, I'm allowed to make comparisons. It doesn't make me a hypocrite. That's just what you do when you're critiquing things. You compare it to everything else that has already come before it. That's why the topic of originality even exists. Why does it fucking have drum step? Why does this song have fucking drum step in it? That's freaking hilarious. That's freaking crazy. Hoyo sure isn't afraid to include modern genres into their thing, into their song. Breath of the Wild was purely orchestral, only turning really electronic in the genres and instruments and stuff when the Sheikah are involved to represent the stark difference. And here they seem to just go with whatever flows best, and I like that. That's good. Whereas Minecraft mostly focused on ambience. Since in an open sandbox game like that, you can't really assign soundtracks to various locations. I mean, you could argue maybe you could make one for every biome rather than just different types depending on the dimension you're in. Like the End has one music, the Nether has like 10, and everything else is in the overworld. You could argue like the overworld can have like different themes, like one for when you're in the desert, one for when you're in the forest. I mean, that's technically sort of what Breath of the Wild does as well with its OST. Like a rough. I think that's like a good pose, right? I'm sort of copying this one, but like way more on the kawaii side rather than that diligent maid looking pose she's doing. It's more of the cute maid, somewhat embarrassed pose. I'm gonna have to fucking make with that pose. It's inevitable. I'm gonna have to draw the boobs being affected in some way. I still don't know if this is cloth or armor. I mean, judging by the fact that her boobies bound, probably cloth, which fucking dumb design, but who cares because it's hot. I can talk about the character designs next, I guess. Should I do that? What's there to say? It's a very anime art style. All the characters. I guess I'm talking about the art of the game now. It goes for that cel-shaded style. Again, similar to Breath of the Wild, but it goes full ham with it. More in depth, since the developers were aware that the game was going to be available on higher end devices, and the Switch isn't exactly all that good. Breath of the Wild looks pretty good, but like compared to Genshin Impact, like bruh, is sort of not much of a contest, especially even on the medium graphics. If you're on like the light graphics, it does look somewhat more worse. If you're like me and you had anti-alias off for the longest time. Yeah, the game looks ugly and pixely as fuck. But yeah, the characters are very anime. It's a good art style, although one thing I don't quite like is their seeming unwillingness to embrace with the absurdity that can be allowed with an art style such as like anime. What do I fucking mean by this? Okay, let me go to Gel Brewery real quick. Hold on, this might be dangerous. No, I don't want to get content ID. Okay, let me try something else. Alright, so this is the this JoJo Wiki. This takes us to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Alright, and now let me take you to another anime. This is called Blade. Okay, fuck. I'm looking more for fandom. Where there's more on the frickin' or not. There we go. Okay. I'm not very good at using resources to prove my points. I have no idea where I'm trying to go with this. Okay, Mondstadt Battlefield. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Is this the goddamn boss theme? Or I didn't know there were so many different arrangements for all the goddamn boss musics. For all the battles. Whoops. Fuck. Shit, why do I suck? If I wanted, I could very easily put more effort and make an actual scripted video critique type video. But fuck me. I swear it sounded like a better idea in my head when I came up with it. This goes to show, man. Nothing on paper, nothing you come up with is ever a good idea. It should always be tempered. Right? I can work with this. Oh, it's finally heating up. Where does this play? I know I've heard this before, but like I don't freaking remember where. Obviously in the game, Genshin Impact, but like where in the game? This calls for a close-up now. Basically what I mean to say is they seem to be afraid of over-exaggerating or under-exaggerating character features. I heard Toriu talk about it once with the recent new character, Rosaria, where they toned down her boob size. Like, bruh, with an art style like this, you're not going for realism in the first place. With this art style, you're not trying to be a goddamn Skyrim or whatever. Just go all out. Embrace the titties, and while we're at it, why not give us some more muscly men? And no, the patuis don't count. They are pretty exaggerated, they are pretty cool, but like the normal characters, I do kind of understand why they might have went for such designs for the characters, why they didn't want to go all out with bombastic character designs, because they didn't want to make... They wanted to make most of the characters feel as same as possible, with only very minor differences, like with the tiny and small, like with the tiny characters being slightly slower, but having smaller hitboxes, but only slightly, while the tall characters can move faster, but only slightly. It gives them a difference, but not enough of a difference, because they started introducing like smaller characters or heavier characters, and there'd be so many variables and it might be harder to balance, maybe? I don't know. The cast is in it of itself is already pretty unbalanced. I mean, that's just sort of the nature of the game, and it should really just maybe be embraced. I might be upset. A lot of people might be upset if things aren't well balanced. But come on, it's a gacha game. Speaking of, the fact that the game is a gacha game is, it's a thing. That's all I can say about it. Maybe. Well, there's more I can say about it. Like, fuck, man, my words are failing me. Oh my god, I didn't know I was almost an hour into this shit. Oh, here we go. Here's the fucking combat music for... I wanted to listen to the Inazuma battle theme, goddammit. That was my original intention when I did this. I'll listen to the rest of this playlist later, because it's pretty cool that it exists. Thank you, Diggsensei, you're a hero. I still don't like the Inazuma OST all that much. It's still my least favorite. But I'm opening up to it, maybe. I guess here's a playlist. Way to go, you guys. Oh, that's very small, surprisingly, but there is going to be a second half. Maybe that'll introduce way more. many various variations of the main theme of Genshin Impact, which is very good. Yeah, other than my gripe of Genshin seemingly refusing to embrace its art style, the art style is pretty good. I got no qualms with it. It's, like I said, very anime-like. They knew who their target audience was. They succeeded at the movie for it. It's a very generic style, but it's good. It works. Noelle's hair looks very hard to draw. Very intimidating. I got this though, for I am a master of drawing. And no one believed the remix. I'm still pretty confused with the shortcut key layout. Ah, it's yellow here, but it's green here. Kind of inconsistent. I'm not coloring anyway. Alright, I guess I need to talk about something more, or else this will just turn into one of my pretty much all my videos and Let's Plays, where it's just me being fucking silent and boring as all hell. What can I talk about next? The story. I think the story it's very absurdist. Is that a word? Yeah, can I use that? Let me explain my reasoning behind it. There's a very certain theme with the story of the game. And it's somewhat at the same time being there's a lot of dissonance, but at the same time very little dissonance in terms of gameplay and story. The dissonance is basically referring to how much the game mechanics and the narrative of a story contrast each other. A very common example that happens in a lot of RPGs is like 1 minute in the RPG you're shooting guns and taking like a lot of bullet wounds, and then suddenly it's cutscene and one bullet shot and apparently you're dead despite the game making it seem like otherwise. I don't like this with a lot of anime art styles, just my own thing, but I hate how much anime hates drawing nose and hair. What's wrong with noses and hairs? It should be more like a Rocky. Embrace the hairs. Embrace the nose. Embrace the hair. Embrace the ears. It's just a general critique that's not entirely. Fuck, I'm doing it again. At the very end of the very first main story quest, called the Archon quest in Genshin Impact, Venti talks about the importance of the journey, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain, Ball herself, when her story finally finished, is going to elaborate on that as well and expand on the theme. But Zhang Li himself also adds to the theme by saying that everything will come to its end, and that's a really cool thing, I guess. That the story is sort of trying to tell you how to properly enjoy Genshin Impact as a whole, and sort of how to enjoy gacha games. The culture of gacha games is all about, and while I do think it's scummy, it is just sort of how it is. Like, you know, it's not really evil. It just sort of is. Oh shit! I'm getting it. Someone's calling. God damn it. Fucking work while I'm in the middle of a thing. How's my face cam? Is my face cam good? Ah shit, guess I'm doing this. Sorry about this. I'm not gonna pause the video again. It's just part of my own culture. Alright, so while I'm doing this, I guess I can continue talking about. But yeah, there are a lot of things Genshin Impact, most of which show up once and never show again. And basically, pretty much most of the main story and even some of the other side stories are all about telling you to just simply enjoy the moment while they last, because nothing lasts forever. Very little is actually permanent. And obviously, Genshin Impact stuff are much the same. You will end up missing stuff. You will, and the stuff that you didn't miss will eventually go away. But the things that you can experience, enjoy them. Record them. Remember them. And that's a kind of noble thought, I guess. Pass on. Other than that, I do have quite a lot of gripes with the story, and that is in the fact that it has a lot of dichotomy. I already talked about this in a video once, but realism I consider to be a tool. If you believe it can make your game, your book, your drawing, your whatever better, then go for realism. Otherwise, embrace absurdity. Embrace non-realism. Genshin's story is far from realistic, but that's fine. What I am not fine of is the fact that is how much dissonance the story is. How much dissonance the story has with the gameplay. Sometimes the story just feels like you're doing stuff, and the stuff you're doing doesn't even really contribute. You're just doing them so that you can do something in between cutscenes. That's kind of the feeling I get every now and then. And continuity errors, like people seemingly sometimes have fucking short-term memory loss. I don't know, man. It's all over the place despite the theme. And other than that, if you can move on from that, it's a very quirky and fun narrative, all things considered. I just wish its implementation didn't suck, I guess. I suck at conveying my thoughts anyway. Hold on. Why is all the fucking shit repeating? Why is Khan the village and the first battle theme repeated? I guess this moment's immortalized now. That's sort of what this entire series is about, actually. It's about me trying to go against the theme and recording things to make sure they never disappear. It is sucky. It's cruel, one might even say. Unfair. And that's why I exist, and the Let's Play exists. I record everything that I know might have a chance of being fleeting, such as the events, no matter how minute. If I know they're temporary, I'm gonna record them so that they are at least immortalized in some fashion. That's sort of the kind of person I am. I'm pretty sentimental. The story tries to be serious, but it's really hard to take seriously sometimes. Most of the time. All the time. Every time. It's a basic plot. It gives you an excuse to be an adventurer and explore and enjoy the world. Your brother's been kidnapped by some unknown god, go get him. There are theories and stuff like, I can say to say, lore and story are two different things, you know, and speculation, theorizing, those are all outside the spectrum of game journalism. You can throw all your shit if they do end up being true, then good for you. The same with Pokemon, you know, it's a nice and simple story, but like if you look deep into it, there's a lot of nuance. That's in the world of Pokemon, but at a glance, what it is and is simply trying to do, ignoring all the implicit stuff, the implied stuff that aren't actually there, the stuff that freaking developers put in so they can have an excuse and say, hey look guys, our game is actually more than just about little childs beating up evil organizations with funny animals. Like, these funny animals are actually not that funny. Like, there's a balloon Pokemon that takes you up to the sky and kills you. The Genshin story is the same. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I guess. That's not a bad thing. But, story is definitely not what I consider the main appeal of Genshin. First and foremost, once you get past the fact that the game Genshin is, I guess I'm talking about gameplay now. Genshin is, yes, an open world game. It is still deep down a gacha game, under the guise of very evil and smart gacha game, and an RPG at that, under the guise of an open-air, open-world game. This game has a lot of grinding, and a lot of frustrating things that tempt you into spending some real-life cash. That's not a bad thing, that's not a critique. If it was at all every gacha game, I'd be critiquing. Shit man, drawing is hard. I hate necks. I've only started drawing necks recently. Fun fact. I usually used to just ignore them, and most of my characters back then when I drew them didn't have necks. And that's a fun thought. Ever get in and play Genshin Impact, be aware that pretty much 90% of the game in the future will just be grinding. As it is first and foremost an RPG and a gacha game. And gachas are all about that grind, boy. You gotta be a certain type of gamer to enjoy these types of things, and that's fine. Different strokes for different folks and all that bullshit. Frick. Her ears are too small. Make them bigger. Mostly covered in the end anyway by her long ass hair. I'm gonna be very familiar with Noelle by the end of this video. Design. Fair, the story itself doesn't take itself all that seriously, most of the time. I guess I'm back to the story again. Shit, man. It is very... Man, I wish I had more time to elaborate about shit, but I don't. All you gotta know is there is a whole lot of frustration to be found once you're near the end of the game. And if you don't like that kind of shit, get out of here, but like, if you're okay with that, then yeah. One word, artifact grinding. Literally the worst fucking mechanic to ever exist in any video game. terms of the open world mechanics, once again, compared to Breath of the Wild, it does borrow a lot of stuff in terms of the open world stuff from Breath of the Wild. But once again, that isn't the main appeal of Genshin Impact. It's still mostly about the gacha hell, surprisingly enough, despite how the game begins off. It leads you to believe it's gonna be all about the discovery, but in the end, it's all about the suffering and RNG. So a big oof. Alright, braids. I'm not very good at drawing braids. How does she look so far? There is this thing, but that looks Noelle enough, right? Ah, fuck! Why did I think this was a good idea? It was probably better I never did this in the first place. Ah! This is suffering. I'd rather just be playing Genshin Impact right now. I don't draw a lot of braids. On a side note, Mommy told me she wanted to try meditating, and she even asked if I wanted to do meditation with her together. Typical of her to back out and chicken out at this last second. I guess it's something difficult. She'd much rather continue eating like a glutton and sit back and do nothing. The most difficult stuff she's willing to do are chores. Why? Why did it undo all of them? Shit. That sucks. Alright, shoulder pads. Oh god, armor. Very elaborate. A lot of her is very elaborate. I've drawn roses before. I got this. The wine bottles are, so too are my lips sealed. I guess the roses are supposed to represent that she takes her job very seriously. I'm gonna simplify a lot of her designs. I don't wanna be here forever. I'm gonna start rushing things a little. I think I still have a lot I want to say, but talking is hard. I'm just gonna finish this drawing so I can end the video. I want to over-exaggerate a little, but I frankly could care less anymore at this point. There's the weird made guard on one and an actual shoulder guard on the other. How did I usually draw Sakuya's? I guess that's good enough. Yeah, fuck shading. Any more details I'm willing to add? Fuck it, that's your Noel. Take it or leave it. I'm done. Fuck this. I think this ended up being a mess.